Hey everybody, what's up? It's Lenczycki. Thank you very much for joining me on this little corner of the internet. Like I said, my name is Lenczycki. I'm a lawyer in Northern Illinois, specifically in Lake County, and I do a couple of different things. But one of the things I want to talk about today is my family law practice, specifically about alimony. Okay, so you guys all know well, I don't know, depending on your age, you may or may not know the Led Zeppelin song, right? Alimony, alimony, paying her bills. So alimony, what that is it's kind of an old word. Nowadays, we call this spousal support or maintenance, okay? And it's basically an obligation of one ex spouse to help to contribute to the living expenses and life expenses of the other ex spouse. You can see how that might be important from the legislature's perspective if they have a situation where there's a marriage, somebody's married for many years, maybe one spouse, typically the wife maybe, has chosen to stay home and be a homemaker. The dad has worked very hard and has built a career, and now after 20 years we're going to get divorced. Well, should we let that wife just go and starve in the woods? No. The government, the legislature wants the other spouse with the earning potential to help contribute to the upkeep and maintenance, basically, of the ex-spouse. That's why we get this term maintenance. Okay. In Illinois, maintenance is calculated by a formula. For one thing, I should just say that the parties by themselves, they can contract around or agree around the rules of maintenance to change somebody's maintenance levels higher or lower, to extend or reduce the duration. Okay, they can change the value and or change the duration by the agreement of the parties, as long as the judge goes along with it. Okay, the judge has to accept these changes away from the statute. But let's talk about the baseline. Okay, the statute calls for a division of somebody's income. Okay, let's say I'm the payer of maintenance. I'm the person that's got the career that my ex-spouse doesn't have a career, or her career is less, let's say, lucrative than mine. I'm paying her maintenance. Okay, there's a formula. The formula is 1/3 of my net income. Okay, so if I am earning $100,000 a year, 1/3 of it might be $33,333 repeating. Okay, that's a base value. Okay, but then you have to look at her income. Let's say she's making $50,000. You take a quarter of her income. Okay, what's that going to be? 12,500 is a quarter of her income. Okay, and we're talking about net values. The gross values, we're not talking about. We're talking about net values. If you want to calculate somebody's net income in Illinois, actually, we've got a income calculator where you can go on the internet, you can Google to the Illinois net income calculator, and you can input somebody's gross income, and it turns it into net income on a chart. This works for families earning up to $500,000 a year. Anyway, once the income is calculated, I've got the payer's income, the payee's income. I basically subtract number two from number one, and voila, that's the amount of money that that party is going to be paying or receiving per year. Okay, divided by 12, and that's how many months of income, or how many what the value is per month. Okay, so that works for couples earning up to 500,000. If a couple is earning more than 500,000, you can continue to try to follow the formula there, or you can deviate. Many people do, because frankly, when there's a lot of money on the table, the parties have lots of different options and solutions beyond just this one. You might want to talk about a buyout. Let's talk about buyouts. So instead of paying my ex a certain amount of money every month, I could agree with her during the divorce process, or him, whatever it's going to be. I could agree with the other party to have a buyout. So maybe that I'm not going to pay $1,000 a month towards alimony, but I'll just buy a $50,000 van up front for her and then call it a day, or give her a larger share of the house, or give her my 401k, or maybe if there's not a lot of assets, I'll take some of her stinky debt. Okay, her student loan debt or medical debt or credit card debt, something like that, to balance things out so I don't have to pay her alimony, okay, or maintenance. Anyway, the best thing to do for you is to look at your books, to get organized, and to contact an attorney. Thanks a lot. I've been Lenczycki.